continue our Heart of the Valley stories with a focus on mental health. Being diagnosed with a mental illness often comes with a stigma. Tonight, we hear from a Valley mother who is trying to make a living with a mental illness a little easier for her children. Channel 5's Steve Solis has her story.
Antia Zarate is very familiar with mental health issues.
In high school, I did suffer from teen depression, and I was also struggling with diagnosed with attention deficit disorder.
Zarate says dealing with both was difficult as a teenager.
Some subjects would be even really hard. For me, if it's you have to focus on one thing, I don't function well. I have to have several different things going on. The more stimulation, the better.
Zarate got older and her depression became manageable. She's now a mother of two. Her son now has autism with Asperger's tendencies.
With my son, I always knew there was something. And when he was first diagnosed, I never was comfortable with the diagnosis because I felt it was wrong.
His diagnosis became a mental hurdle.
A lot of times I felt like I was failing my son and not being able to help him accomplish things that he should have been able to accomplish at the correct ages.
8 years after her son was diagnosed, doctors told Zarate her daughter also has autism.
My daughter was a lot easier because I had experienced it with my son. My children are 8 years apart, so I had 8 years of learning.
Zarate says the experience she had with her son made it easier to deal with her daughter's diagnosis.
I was able to see the problems to begin with and start immediately just doing behavioral therapies or different type trainings, which made a big difference in her and has made things easier for her.
Zarate says people have a misperception of what it means to have a mental illness.
It's not something you snap out of. It's chemical imbalances in the brain, and you have to understand and you have to learn how to cope. You have to learn how to change things to better benefit them.
Roxanne Pacheco is a licensed counselor at Hope Family Health Center in McAllen. She says mental health issues are often taboo.
In society or in our community, the norm is, you don't say anything, you stay quiet about it, and that creates a lot of shame. But it creates also difficulty for individuals who maybe have a medical condition and they don't know they have that medical condition and the symptoms are there.
Zarate says her battle with depression as a teen helped prepare her for being a parent of children with autism.
Because I could understand they're different. They look at things different. They say things different.
Pacheco says that firsthand knowledge can be helpful for people dealing with a mental illness. She says their center offers a peer program.
And that peer program is an individual who has previously gone through a mental health diagnosis and has healed through her own journey. She's been able to reach a state where she can turn around and give back to others who are coming in here because she's already been there.
Pacheco says family members can sometimes shame the people they love from coming forward about their mental issues. Zarate offers this advice to people who might be living with someone who has a mental illness.
They really need to be more open-minded. If we were all the same, this would be a boring world.
Zarate will continue to work to make her children's world a place where they feel safe and accepted. Steve Solis, Channel 5 News at 6.
And the Hope Family Health Center is one of many places across the valley offering help to those dealing with mental health issues. You can